So Microsoft Exchange servers worldwide backdoored with a new malware. Let's check it out. What's up guys, it's Josh back with another video, and today I have some more cyber news. And this article was released on June 30th, so about a week ago. But it basically states that Microsoft Exchange servers worldwide backdoored with new malware. And when they say worldwide, they mean worldwide. So let's read a little bit of the article, you know what I'm saying, so we can check this out. But it says attackers used a newly discovered malware to backdoor Microsoft Exchange servers belonging to government and military organizations from Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and Africa. So hey, all over the place. It says the malware, dubbed SessionManager by security researcher at Kaspersky, who first spotted it in early 2022, is a malicious native code module for Microsoft IIS web servers. And if you guys don't know what IIS is, it's basically Internet Information Services. So it's essentially a web server that's used on Microsoft servers. Now it says it has been used in a while without being detected since at least March of 2021, right after the start of last year's massive wave of proxy log-on attacks. But the SessionManager backdoor enables the threat actor, to keep persistent, update-resistant, and rather stealth access to the IT infrastructure of a target organization, Kaspersky revealed on Thursday. Once dropped into the victim system, cyber criminals behind the backdoor can gain access to company emails, update further malicious access by installing other types of malware, and clandestinely manage compromised servers, which can be leveraged as malicious infrastructure. Now, this is the capabilities of the SessionManager malware. It says SessionManager's capabilities include, among other features, dropping and manage arbitrary files on compromised servers. So they can basically send, receive files, or manage the files, not receive, but dropping files on the server. And essentially, if they can put files on it, they can create some form of another backdoor. If they can't get files off the system, to get files off the system. Now it says remote command execution on backdoor devices. So yeah, it basically got an interpreter, you know what I'm saying, drop down to the command prompt, execute something, you know, on the backdoor device. Now it says connecting to endpoints within the victim's local network and manipulating network traffic. So that's essentially a good thing for them to hide what they're doing, because a lot of companies have automatic, you know, network alerts that'll pop up if something looks malicious on the network, and it's kind of automated, so they can mask, you know, what they're actually doing by connecting to those endpoints, you know, and manipulating network traffic. As well as once they're done with the system, they can, you know, remove certain things that they've done on the system, you know, after they do it, and basically clean up whatever they did, or get rid of the traces of them being there. Now it says in late April 2022, while still investigating the attacks, Kaspersky found that most of the malware samples identified earlier were still deployed on 34 servers of 24 organizations, still running as late as June 2022. It says additionally, months after the initial discovery, they were still not flagged as malicious by a popular online file scanning service. So that's crazy. You know, they still, after months of it being discovered, you know, they still were not flagged. So that's crazy right there. It says after deployment, the malicious IIS module allows its operators to harvest credentials from system memory, collect information from the victim network and infected devices, and deliver additional payloads such as PowerSploit based Mimikatz reflective loader, Mimikatz SSP, proc dump and a vast memory dump tool. Wow, that's crazy. And this is a map, of the target. So as you can see, a lot of the Middle East, Russia, Africa, some places in Africa, South America as well. None in the US right now, but a lot of these places are overseas. Now it says the exploitation of Exchange server vulnerabilities has been a favorite of cyber criminals looking to get into target infrastructure since Q1 of 2021. And that's true. They've been trying to do that. That's one of the targets they try to go after, Exchange servers, because it basically gives you a map of the company. You can see your whales. You can find out who runs different departments, based on emails that are, that you can get access to. Once you get into that Exchange server, you have access to map out the whole organization. Now it says the recent discovery SessionManager was poorly detected for a year and still deployed in the wild, added Perry Delcher, a senior security researcher at Kaspersky. Great. In the case of Exchange servers, we cannot stress it enough. The past year vulnerabilities have made them perfect targets, whatever the malicious intent. So they should be careful auditing and monitoring for hidden implants if they were not already. Now it also says Kaspersky uncovered the SessionManager malware while continuing to hunt for IIS backdoors similar to the Awawa, another malicious IIS module deployed by attackers on Microsoft Exchange Outlook web access servers since late 2020 to steal Exchange credentials. And you guys get that. I mean, it's essentially a website. So Exchange and IIS work in tandem when it comes to the web access, because it generates the site for you, for your users to actually connect to the Exchange server. You know what I'm saying? So IIS does work with that. So if it's something in the modules, it will affect Microsoft Exchange, especially if it's tied to it. Now, Gelsemium apt group links, based on similar victimology and the use of HTTP server type backdoor variant called Owl Proxy, Kaspersky security experts believe the SessionManager IIS backdoor was leveraged in these attacks by the Gelsemium threat actors as part of a worldwide espionage operation. This hacking group has been active since at least 2014, when some of the malicious tools were spotted by G Data Security Labs while investigating the Operation 2-Hash cyber espionage campaign. In 2016, new Gelsemium indicators of compromise surfaced in a variant system presentation during the HitCon conference. So that's crazy. Now it says 2 years later, in 2018, Venice Tech unveiled malware samples linked to the Operation 2-Hash and a unknown apt group, later tagged by Slavic internet security firm ESET or ESET as easy as early Gelsemium malware versions. ESET also revealed last year that its researchers linked Gelsemium to Operation Nightscope, a supply chain attack targeting the update system of the Nox Player Android emulator for Windows and Mac OS, with over 150 million users, to infect gamers' systems between September 2020 to January 2021. Otherwise, the Gelsemium app group is mainly known for targeting governments, electronic manufacturers, and universities from East Asia and Middle East, and mostly flying under the radar. So, like I stated, man, this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Exchange has always been a big thing that a lot of these malicious actors go after, because like I said, you can get a lot of information from Exchange. You can also, mimic users on the network. So Exchange is highly vulnerable. You can get a lot of information about an organization from Exchange. So you have to make sure you set up these systems properly and get all your updates and all that stuff for Microsoft Exchange. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was another interesting article, security article. And like I always state, if you're working in the security field or you're trying to get into the security field, cybersecurity in any way, this is some of the things you need to pay attention to, so you can keep on top of current events when it comes to cybersecurity, and you can best protect your company that you actually work for, as well as protecting yourself. So please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave comments down below. And just to add this in there, if you want to support the channel, I do have memberships activated on my channel. Anything you guys can do, would be greatly appreciated. And you can keep me, producing these types of videos by signing up for the membership. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and of course, keep it techie.